Boom, monkeys, and we are live. Welcome back to the Crypto Boogie channel. I'm glad to have you cats this Saturday evening. We got a couple things to talk about. We got a badass dip, kind of like freaking Mr. Mechanic said here. Buy some of them dip GD gens. You damn straight, damn straight. I bought me a little bit of motherfucking fame. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you did see me post that fame was at a fabulous price. Now, note, I am part of the Citadel and I am part of the DGen Roundtable group on Telegram, and I did message that. I asking questions if anybody had any data as the way I was dipping. There's no FUD on it at the time being. I didn't pick up any FUD on freaking fame, if anything. But I did notice that Pulse Chain's also dipping with it, and according to Hart's Law, hence why it's probably heading to the downside. And I couldn't help myself, and I had to ape in a little bit into that coin. I am bullish on fame. I think it's going to do pretty damn good. But let's give a shout out to the first cat here in the freaking chat. None other than the hardest working trucker in America, Tex-Mex. Que pasa, Boogie? I'll catch you on the replay. Hey, you got it, homie. You got it. And then we've got my other amigo here, Smooth Brain. Spread the hopium. Sure will, man. I will spread the hopium as we head into these dips. It may be, cats. It may be, quote me on that, it may be that we've already hit our 60-day cycle low on Bitcoin, if anything. It may be, quote me on that. Because as of recent, we did get a little bit of a dip. I'm assuming that the freaking the whales are probably doing this to shake out all the paper hands. So they get one more minor good buying opportunity before we pump to the upside. Now, what are we going to cover today? Forgive me for scratching my eye, cats. I got hit pretty damn hard at the freaking boxing gym. Today, we are going to cover fame. I do want to hit that up, of course, none other than the boring-ass Bitcoin and Ethereum chart. A little bit of Jewel. I do want to hit up some Pulse Chain and Spooky Swap, which is basically Boo. And I do want to do some SNX and some IMX. For you cats that don't know what IMX is, that is it's associated to the Illuvium people. I do know that they do host a lot of their freaking, I think they hosted their land sales, if anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the bullish tokens that people have been asking for. And then we've got synthetics as well. I did want to hit up something a little bit more different, hence why I'm covering that. Now, I'm not going to leave you cats without talking about the fragrance of the day. And we're also going to cover some memes. And then we got motherfrickin' Twinkie. IMX L2 has a bunch of games they work with. IMX gonna ball. Hey, you're gonna be freaking surprised, Twinkie, what I got on IMX, son. You're gonna be freaking surprised as to what I found. Now, let's go ahead and hit up the memes. Now, the first person that commented on this chat, again, being redundant, is none other than Mr. Tex-Mex. Tex-Mex does blue-collar work because he's a trucker. If it wasn't for truckers and the blue-collar people of America that run the infrastructure, we wouldn't have the comfort we have today. So shout out to you blue-collar workers. I'm going to show a video on that. It's not really a meme, but it's a cool-ass video giving a shout-out to all the blue-collar people, for all you cats, all you mechanics, all you freaking loggers, all you freaking people that freaking work in the blue-collar space, welders, freaking doggone, you name it, man. That you cats that work outside, man, you police officers, you firefighters, all you guys, man. So shout out to you cats. Let's hit up the first video of the day. I'm not going to call it a meme, but it is a cool-ass video, and I want to give a shout-out to you cats because you guys deserve credit, man, more than anybody else, man. So, first meme. Now, here it says, are you ready to work on an oil rig for $1,000 a day? Of course, it covers other aspects, which I wanted to show you cats, and I've got a lot of respect for these dudes, so let's play the video.
All has hoist the colors high. Heave ho, thieves and beggars, never shall we die. Yo, all together, hoist the colors high. Heave ho, thieves and beggars, never shall we die. The bell has been raised.
So there you go, cats. Shout out to you freaking blue collar workers, man. You guys that like to grind it out. Now, this is a different video we have here. Fresh and Fit did showcase this one, but I think this is pretty damn cool, man. This is pretty damn freaking cool. This freaking she looks like a leftist. This chick looks like a straight up freaking liberal, man. Man, it's not her fault. Well, I mean, if she was raised in a 2-parent home, but majority of the ladies nowadays, they do come from single parent homes. So we don't know her background, but look at her reaction when she goes out with a man's man. Look at her reaction when she goes out with a masculine dude. And I mean, it's just biological nature, man. So I do know that freaking Fresh and Fit showed this video. So shout out to them.
Date this week, and I felt the feminism leaving my body. I live on the east side of LA, and if you don't know what that means, it's sort of like the artsier part of LA. You know, it's people say it's like Brooklyn and New York. Like, so I go on dates with a lot of men and women who, you know, live over here. There's always a negotiation about who pays, and that's great. I like to pay for people, all that. But what I will say is that I sort of fell into going on a date with the most guy I've ever been on a date with. And he's from West, you know, Santa Monica. He's a bro, right? A guy is usually not my type. Like, I cannot remember the last time that I went on a date with like a straight bro, you know what I'm saying? But it befell me. It befell me in an organic fashion. So I'm on this date with this guy, and the thing about a guy's guy is he's putting his card down. He's paying for everything. And I really it sort of activated something feral in me. I'm not gonna lie. We went to like another bar, and he was gonna go to the bathroom. So I was getting prepared to pay for our drinks because he's been paying all night. Of course I'm gonna pay for the next round. But as he's going to leave for the bathroom, he turns to me and he hands me his credit card. And he goes, "Here's my card. Get us whatever." It might be time for me to get away from all these, you know, liberal snowflakes on the east side.
And there you go, cats. There you go, man. That's how the cookie crumbles when they get a taste of full masculinity, son. You know what I'm saying? That's what she said. All right, man. Well, I want you motherfuckers like this damn video. Give this video a like. Give this video a share. And I'm not going to let you guys leave without sharing my motherfucking link tree. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is none other than crypto_boogie. My Rumble is the same thing, crypto_boogie. On Twitter, I am US crypto_boogie. And here on YouTube, it is US crypto_boogie. So let me drop my freaking link tree in the chat. Give me a follow, cats. Like the freaking video, because this video is going to be fire, man. I'm going to drop some freaking alpha on you guys. Let's go into the first coin, none other than boring ass Bitcoin. Let's go into BTC. BTC's current value is at about 43,953. We are printing a little bit of a doji candle at the time being. Mind you, this is UTC time. We're still with this ascending triangle, and currently we are at about, which day of the cycle? We are at about day 54 of the cycle. We are very quickly approaching the Bitcoin ETF approval date, and it does seem like the SEC are dragging their feet, if anything, man. It seems like they're significantly dragging their feet because, dude, you see. It does seem like they're significantly dragging their freaking feet because, dude, it's surprising that they haven't launched it yet and gotten it over and done with yet. I do foresee us getting approved. I mean, Gary Gensler could always go rogue and say, no, we're not going to do it. But I sincerely doubt that's going to happen. Now, if we continue heading to the downside, let's say we continue heading to the downside tomorrow, we'll possibly come down here to the bottom of these two candles. That would be about the price range of 42,800. We can come down there. Will we come down there? Maybe not. Is it a good time to DCA right now? I would do alts if it was up to me. I would do alts. The areas that we do need to compromise is none other than 44,861, and then the next area we got to compromise is 48,426. Now let's look at the Bitcoin history, because as of late it does seem that we compromised our recent high. So let me go ahead and move this arrow over here and put it right there in that bad boy. And let's look at the Bitcoin history. Let's go to the weekly to see what's the next area. Of course, I think I have it marked down. These are the areas we got to compromise. So we'll be definitely at a win, and you'll know we're making steady progress once we beat this weekly candle. And that high is none other than 47,114. And then, of course, we go into this yellow line, which is 48,433. Next area to compromise after that is 52,295. And then the final area, which it can happen, man. Maybe not in this cycle and not in this 60-day cycle, but maybe in the next one at 65,826. Now, let me take you cats back down to the daily. Now, as we're on the daily, I've got a measurement of about 54 days. Let's go ahead and push it to the 10th, because that's a day we may end up getting approval, 10th to the 11th. Let's push it to the 11th. That'll put us exactly at 58 days. Now, could it be, since we had this now, I mean, could it be that this day over here, which was day 45, which I have seen before, maybe that was the low of the new 60-day cycle? Only time will tell. If that was the low, it may be that we were already on a new cycle, and it'll give us more room to pump to the upside. If we're still on our current cycle right now at the time being, and we come up all the way over here to January 10th, before we continue rallying, we'll probably continue up to about maybe 65 days. If we haven't already hit the low. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we've already hit the low, which was none other than this day on December 29th, it may be that we're on a new cycle, and that will give us significant room to run. Now, I have heard some very bullish things about us going all the way up to 65. I like playing it a little bit more conservative. As per the history on the weekly, I know we just saw that. After we defeat this area of 52,500, we would need to beat this area about here. And that would be about 59,000. Now, dude, I would be super duper bullish if we go all the way up to 59,000. Let's see what the EMA ribbon entails with this sucker on the doggone on the weekly. We've got a shitload of support to the downside. We do have this trend line giving us support as we push up. And then if we break below that, we still have this other area of support of about 40,000. So unless a black swan event occurs, which I don't think will occur in the immediate time frame, we should continue rallying to the upside. Things seem very bullish right now. So if you cats haven't had a chance to DCA, right now is not a bad time to do it. I would not be doing a lot of Bitcoin unless you guys didn't get any Bitcoin, and I would just do a small DCA into it. Mind you, this is not financial advice. You know what I'm saying? So let's go over to motherfrickin' Pulse Chain. And then after Pulse Chain, we'll hit up a little bit of frickin' Ethereum. Let's see how Pulse Chain is doing. Now, Pulse Chain, I went ahead and I drew up this Elliott wave sequence just in case if it ends up playing out, I can say I told you so. You know what I'm saying? Our current value on Pulse Chain is a 4 zeros and a 5 0, which is an excellent place to buy. It is a fabulous place to buy. Now, I did draw up this Elliott wave cycle as a possibility. So let me move this zero slightly here on the daily. And this area here may be the area of support we need to get to before we start rallying up. Now, could it be that as we get approved for the freaking Bitcoin ETF that will start pumping extremely hard to the upside? Hey, it may be a significant possibility. And it would not surprise me that the third portion of the Elliott wave will get us over here to 3 zeros and a 1 5. So if you cats haven't had any Pulse Chain, dude, right now is not a bad time to get it, if anything. I know a lot of people were not happy with this freaking Giga Chad candles that we had to the downside when Richard Hart got his freaking subpoena for the SEC, and the SEC was making freaking allegations that Ethereum, not Ethereum, Hex, P Hex, Pulse Chain, PulseX. I think the incentive token is not considered a security, but when they started stating all these things, man, I kind of enjoyed that for the reason being that it gave me a chance to buy lower. Because you guys have heard me say this before, in this green box area is where we're supposed to normally trend. And in this yellow box area, because that's where we were considering, that's where we were significantly at. So if you cats haven't had any pulse chain, not financial advice, right now would not be a bad time to get it. Now, which day are we in the cycle? According to this, the low would be at 25 bars. Usually 20-day cycles on altcoins are pretty accurate. The most I usually get is about 23. Sometimes you'll get anomalies that are 24 or 25. I was looking at the PulseX chart today. Of course, I really don't want to hit that one up. Mind you, PulseX is a great buy. That one had a weird-ass chart of about 32 days, man. Total anomaly. It has a descending scallop. I'll show you cats next stream that I do. I may end up streaming tomorrow. But it may be that we are on a new 20-day cycle on Pulse Chain. So if we push this sucker all the way to day 20, that will put us none other than January 26th. Food for thought, cats. So that may be when we get another freaking dip, if anything. But things do seem like they're priming up for this possible Elliott wave. Mind you, this is not financial advice. Keep your fingers crossed. I'm hoping that this Elliott wave plays out. I did draw this up prior to showing. I think last stream for you cats, and it does seem like it did wave 0 to 1 to 2, and it's playing out so far. So hey, only time will tell. Only time will tell, cats. So let's see what else we got to check. And then we got my homie over here, Zenith. What's up, gang? Anybody else enjoying this pulse tip? Tell you one thing, I'm friggin' enjoying this pulse tip, Zenith. I'm liking this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It goes on to say Bitcoin has been consolidating from 40,000 to 46K for over a month now. I'm feeling some potential movement in my bones. I concur, man. And then we got my homie Jack Simple. Hey, what's going on, man? I haven't talked to you in a while, bro. Glad to have you back on stream. Richard Hart tokens are looking really bearish on the weekly candles. Yes, they are. Yes, they are, because the FUD is strong, man. But don't forget that we have the strongest community within the freaking crypto ecosystem, man. And we have more YouTubers than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So give it some time. I'm sure freaking Pulse Chain will do good. Now, I still believe my theory that I think EHEX will do better than PHEX, at least this cycle. That's what I'm thinking will happen, unless we get some type of freaking onboarding opportunity on some of the freaking exchanges in the West. I mean, only time will tell, cats. Only time will tell. Now, since we already covered a little bit of freaking doggone Pulse Chain, let's do a little bit of freaking GameFi. And I want to hit up some Jewel, son. How's Jewel doing? Jewel's current value is exactly at 26 cents. I do like that price to buy, man. That is a damn good price to buy. For you cats that actually bought down here at about 9 cents, you guys are not lucky. You guys were bold to buy at that dip. There was a lot of freaking YouTubers out there, man. A lot of YouTubers that are part of the DeFi Kingdoms ecosystem that were straight up fudding this freaking token. Now, mind you, Cryptos Are Us has been pushing it. He has been pushing this token a lot. And I think one of the bigger bulls within the Jewel ecosystem is none other than one dude called Crypto Grady. And I think freaking Cryptos Are Us has hired him for TA. Quote me on that. I think that's what he was talking about on his last stream. So, and I know that he's a big time freaking bull, if anything, when it comes to DeFi Kingdoms. DeFi Kingdoms will probably do pretty damn well. Now, the last time we measured DeFi Kingdoms, that'll put us exactly at 21 days for the low, which would mark today. And it may be that we're going to start a new cycle. Now, I'm noticing a pattern amongst freaking a lot of tokens, and I'm sure you cats can see it. On a lot of tokens that I'm showing you guys, we're seeing a lot of freaking zeros to ones to twos as far as Elliott waves go. So, of course, wave 2 to 3 is usually the most bullish there is on the Elliott wave cycle. I'm hoping this does play out. Keep your fingers crossed. I can foresee this is a possibility, but it does have areas of resistance. It does have to compromise here at 41 cents, here at 90 cents, which we almost got up to. We got up to all the way up to here to freaking about 86 cents. And then we would need to rally really hard to get up over here, man, all the way up to $4.32 in order for that wave 3 to play out, cats. You know what I'm saying? So food for thought. Jewel is not at a bad place to buy right now, mind you. It is not at a bad place to buy. It's at an excellent value. I would DCA into it. It is falling into this box, which I do count as major freaking resistance or support. I'm sorry. But it does seem, look at this shit. It does seem that we do have the EMA ribbon over it here at about 28 cents. So it does have a battle to break out of this. But one thing I am noticing on the ribbon, what are you cats noticing on this shit? We've got the yellow portion to the top side and the red portion to the bottom side. Whenever you see an EMA ribbon like that, that means that things are priming up to run really hard. Now, we also have this 200 EMA, which is here exactly at 22 cents at the bottom of this box, which will act an area of support. I think we have a shitload of support on this box, especially here at 22 cents, before we continue rallying to the upside. So food for thought, cats. It does seem kind of bullish, and it does seem primed like it's ready to run for you guys that managed to get here into this jewel game. You know what I'm saying? So let's check out the chats, homies. Let's check out the chats. We got nothing new on the chats. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to take a quick sip of water. If you guys don't mind, we are going to cover the fragrance next. Boom, and I am back. Now, what is the fragrance of the day? Today was a little bit rainy here in this area, and I remember Kevin Samuels talking about this fragrance, hence why I bought it, because when it rains down here, it rains pretty damn hard, even though freaking Texas tends to be a freaking a drought state in certain portions of it, you know what I'm saying? And this fragrance actually rocks pretty damn well, and this is none other than Prada L'Homme Intense, man. I fucking love this fragrance. Now, what vibes do I get from this fragrance? You can use this sucker in all 4 seasons, man. Especially if you cats that got freaking 4 seasons in the areas where you live. It's kind of powdery. I get a little bit of a fucking floral vibe on it. Woody and somewhat oriental, man. It's kind of masculine. It's pretty damn masculine. And it can be a signature scent. So that means this is something you can regularly wear. Mind you, this fragrance is discontinued. But they still make the regular Prada, the Prada L'Homme. Good luck on getting it cheap, man. I mean, a lot of these freaking vanity things are not freaking cheap. This sucker does emit about 1 foot distance to 1.5 feet distance, and it will stay that way for about the first hour and a half, especially if you pop about 5 sprays. Now, do me a favor, cats. Don't put this on if you're going to board an airplane or you're going to be stuck in a car for a shitload of hours. You know what I'm saying? Don't do 5 sprays. Do like 2 to 3. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to fucking be outside of some shit, you're going to go to some festival, you're going to go to some shit outside, this is great. This is a great fucking fragrance to wear up to 5 hours. I score this fragrance, I give it an 8. It's an 8. It's pretty damn good, man. It is freaking versatile. Would I rock this to the gym? Not so much. I would not rock this to the gym. It's a little bit dark, but it still rocks good in the summer, man. I like the fact that it's a little bit heavy, so when you wear it during the summer, it carries out a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're outside, cats. Food for thought. Great fragrance. If you cats are into the fragrance game, that is one of them. Now, mind you, fragrance does have a good resale value. So, especially when they discontinue fragrances, especially if they're timeless. So, food for thought, cats. Food for thought. Now that we covered the fragrance of the day, let's go to some boring ass Ethereum. Let's see how Ethereum is doing, because I know some of you guys are DCAing into Ethereum, and we do have this descending triangle on Ethereum. Now, mind you, a descending triangle doesn't always necessarily mean that we're going to go to the downside, but for the most part, it does entail that. I think that we're probably going to break out, especially with this freaking Bitcoin ETF getting approved. And it does seem that we did get a cycle low here at about 47 days. It does seem that way, and it does seem like we're going to start rallying up. Now, if you look at this freaking support line here, or this trend line, I do expect us to continue rallying to the upside. Area we do need to compromise is none other than freaking 24,047, and its current value is 2242. I've always been a big advocate of getting the sucker under 2,200 bucks, but 2242 ain't bad, especially if you guys ain't got no freaking Ethereum. You know what I'm saying? This is a great token to buy, and it is awesome to support your portfolio. On the EMA ribbon, we do have the orange lines to the upside and the red lines to the downside, which entails we're probably going to continue rallying up. You know what I'm saying? This is one of my favorite tools that I like utilizing, and I would not be surprised if we compromise this area of about 449. Now, if we look at the history of Ethereum, let's go ahead and look at the history on this sucker. Let's go to the weekly. If we look at the history on Ethereum, dude, we do have this first area to compromise, which is 25.21. Then we would need to shoot all the way up over here to about 29.37 or $3,000, because that is a psychological level. And then I think the next area of heavy resistance we're going to get is none other than over here at 3,500 bucks. And oh my goodness, man, the Ethereum gas fees are going to get freaking ballistic. It would not surprise me after we get the ETF approval. I mean, keep your fingers crossed that we do get the ETF approval, man, that the Ethereum gas fees are going to get expensive. Now, why is this data important? Why is the data of Ethereum rocking hard and going to the upside hard important? Because if you cats haven't onboarded onto Pulse Chain, you haven't used the bridge and all this other shit, you're going to pay some heavy fees to do that. And you're going to start feeling that pain that I was talking about. Hence why I think EHEX is going to do a little bit better than PHEX, if anything. You know what I'm saying? So if you cats haven't gotten your Pulse Chain coins, dude, look at that shit now and consider getting your coins now, for the reason being that if Ethereum does rock pretty hard, especially on Monday, because next week, I think Wednesday is the 10th. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just, dude, be ready. Be ready. The Ethereum gas fees are not fun, and I'm not a fan of them. I expect, do I have Phantom on today? No, we're going to cover Boo. But I expect, you know what? Let me prep Phantom for you cats. I do want to do a little bit of Phantom for you cats, because I remember last cycle, what ended up happening was, because Ethereum was so freaking expensive, dude, I stayed away from it. I didn't mess with Ethereum, especially being somebody brand new into the crypto space. I ended up messing around a lot on Phantom, especially in the liquidity pools and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of work on Phantom because I didn't want to mess with this damn Ethereum fees. And I remember I was on Harmony 1, also messing around with DeFi Kingdoms a lot. I was trying to use any chain but Ethereum because the damn fees were so damn strong. You know what I'm saying? We're so damn freaking expensive. So if you guys don't mind, give me a second. I'm going to prep the freaking Phantom chart for you guys, because I know that this is going to be a very, very important token, or very, very, very important L1 coming this next bull run. You know what I'm saying? Because, dude, ain't nobody going to want to use Ethereum, man, especially when we're rocking hard. Phantom is at a fabulous price right now. Fabulous, fabulous price, man. So let's go look at the Phantom chart. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. And boom, we are at the Phantom chart. Our current value at the time being is none other than $39.90. So 39 cents, give or take. We're almost at 40 cents in value. But if you look closely here, I'm glad I had that EMA ribbon on. We are exactly at the area of support. And the EMA ribbon is also showing orange to the top side, which entails that we may start rocking pretty hard pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? So with Phantom, let me go turn off this EMA ribbon. Phantom did break this area of support of about 39 cents, 40 cents. And I'm expecting us to start rallying to the upside, if anything. You know what I'm saying? Phantom, I wonder if Phantom's going to have the most tokens locked on DeFi Llama this coming bull cycle, if anything. Because I remember last bull cycle, they had the biggest amount of liquidity locked up because they had so many damn projects on there, man. And the projects were freaking great. You had Boo, You had freaking Reaper.finance. They had a lot of stuff going on over there, bro. You had Spirit Swap, dude. You had Tomb Swap. I've heard a lot about Life Token, if anything, but I haven't really messed with Life Token. And I know Harry Ye's probably gonna make a comeback if that's what I'm expecting. Now, here on the 20-day cycles, of course, it does seem a little bit weird that we would do a 26-day cycle on this bad boy. I mean, I wouldn't imagine that that's pretty common, but that's the closest I can get it to. So I can argue the fact that we're actually starting a new cycle. And if I pull this sucker out to 20 days, it's none other than January 24th. You know what I'm saying? Where exactly is January 10th at? Dude, that's right around the corner, bro. That's this Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? So from its recent low, where we're at right now, we could end up rallying pretty damn hard, man, here, especially on freaking Ethereum. Here on Phantom, let's see how this sucker looks on the weekly, especially with the EMA ribbon, man. Let me turn this sucker off and let me activate the EMA ribbon. So we do have that area of support here at the bottom side, but on the weekly, it does show us the red portion of the EMA ribbon to the top side. And we did break this 200 EMA for Phantom. But nevertheless, I mean, I do think we're going to end up rallying pretty damn hard. Now, if, as you guys can tell, you can see that these orange lines, it's starting to flip. You see that this bottom orange line came halfway to the top of these red lines. It's probably going to end up flipping kind of like, let me show you where. Kind of like it did right here. You see how it did that same shit over here in this area around freaking May 9th on the 22nd. So I'm assuming that we're doing the same shit here before we end up rallying to the top side. So food for thought, cats. Phantom is at a great value to buy. Now, I was helping my homie's son buy a little bit of freaking Phantom because I told him it's a great project. He seemed pretty enticed by it, especially checking out my videos. It is my favorite, one of my favorite coins. I like it more than the Pulse Chain ecosystem. But as stated before, I do think that Kong, man, needs to be more careful, bro, as to who he freaking sells freaking Phantom in bulk. Now, for you cats that don't know, Phantom is now on sale on Coinbase. But it's weird. You can't buy it with your Apple Pay and you can't buy it with your debit cards. You have to buy USDC and you have to swap it out. So that tells me that this Phantom that you're getting on Coinbase is ERC20 Phantom, kind of like the one that you can get on freaking kind of like the one that you can get on Gemini. So if you cats want to get some Phantom and you want it to be native, it's none other than the Phantom you get on Kraken. That's where you can get that native Phantom at. You know what I'm saying? So food for thought, cats, if that's where you want to get it at. I remember the play that I would do to buy me some Phantom. I would buy XLM on Coinbase. XLM didn't have any gas fees because, transactions were so cheap. Or Stellar, and then I would send that off to KuCoin, swap that out for USDT, and then I would swap that out for native Phantom. That's the way I would play the game, man, back in the day. It's unfortunate that KuCoin isn't available right now for us cats. So you're pretty much stuck buying it on Kraken. Now, one thing that would be dope on Kraken, if they had a feature like Coinbase One, where they don't charge you the freaking exchange fees for having a monthly subscription if you're regularly buying crypto, I think that would be pretty freaking damn dope. You know what I'm saying? So food for thought, cats. Now, let's go over to none other than Fame. I did mention that Fame was at a fabulous buying price, and I did get some today, by the way. Now, Fame could come all the way down here to 24 cents. We're exactly at 27 cents. But I didn't want to risk it, man. I did not want to risk it. I saw the great value at 27 cents, and I ate then, man. I didn't ape then. I bought a little bit of Fame. I'm just trying to increase my Fame bag, if anything. You know what I'm saying? Now, the next area of support that we do have here is at about 24 cents. And we have broken. Oh, no. We're still riding the Bollinger Band all the way down, if anything. And that's what I'm noticing on this bad boy. You know what I'm saying? Now, Fame's resistance, its first area of resistance, if it does need to rally, would be here at about 29 cents. Then it would need to fight this area, which is the 20-week moving average here at 31 cents, and then we would need to compromise this area of 32 cents. I don't give a shit. I'm getting more of this project. I looked into it. I didn't find any FUD other than the fact that Pulse Chain was dumping. So I got me some of this shit, man, and I aped into this sucker. Am I hoping that it comes down here? I know a lot of people are going to get scared if it goes down here 24 cents. You best damn believe I'm going to get some of that shit. Unless some FUD comes out on this exchange, bro, that the people there are freaking dumping the token on everybody's head just to be freaking a-holes, man. Then I would be a little bit more bearish on freaking Fame. But I haven't heard any FUD on this sucker, man. It is one of the better exchanges. I do it like using the Flux exchange or the Flux exchange, as they say, PHUX. You know what I'm saying? Because I can get a lot of the coins there a lot faster than what I would over there on app.pulsex.com. You know what I'm saying? So food for thought, cats. This is a great token. I did get some myself, and I'm just hoping it comes down here, man, so I could DCA again. Maybe if it comes down here to about 25 cents, I'll buy again. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to risk it and miss out on this opportunity. And mind you, like a lot of my homies, man, I am completely freaking DCA'd out for the month. But dude, these opportunities are too damn tasty not to freaking take advantage of. You know what I'm saying? So let's go over to a token that I've never covered before, not on this channel at least. Let's check out freaking... let's check out a little bit of IMX. No, let's do synthetics first. Let's see how synthetics is playing. Boom. And now we're looking at the synthetics chart. What did I find on synthetics? Well, I started playing with this sucker because one of my homies was asking me to go ahead and do freaking a little review on it. And guess what I found? We are approaching the bottom of the C wave for a 5-portion Elliott wave cycle. And here on the daily, and it's playing out beautifully. So would right now be a good time to get some SNX? I would say yes. I would be bullish on getting it right now a little bit, and I would get it a little bit more if I was interested in this token at $3.03. Its current value is about $3.53. Now, one of the things that I have noticed, if we don't have enough time to run to the downside, what we'll end up getting is we'll get another green candle with a giant ass wick down. So good luck buying wicks, man. That shit is way, way, way too difficult to freaking get lucky on. For example, this wick here we got here on January 3rd. Good luck getting this big ass wick to the downside, which almost came down here to about freaking $3.12, man. Good luck getting that shit, man. Those things are lightning fast to try to obtain. So I just look at the bottom of the candles. Hence why I say right now is not a bad time to get a little bit of synthetics. Now, this was a token request from one of my homies because he was eyeballing it. And I don't know too much about it. I do know that it's one of the main tokens that you can get on freaking Ethereum. I don't know too much data on it. I have heard Charlie talk about it a little bit. And it does seem like we are at about day 4 of its 20-day cycle. So could it end up coming down here? It could. But that would put us at January 14th. What if we get that ETF approved and we start rocking to the upside? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So if I push this sucker all the way over here today, about 14th, which is possibly the day where we'll get our next higher low, that'll put us about January 17th, give or take. And it does seem like we're printing a bullish candle. I mean, maybe we'll get another bullish candle here and we'll wick all the way down and possibly hit the C portion of the ABC wave on the Elliott cycle. Now, where did I find the beginning portion of this Elliott wave here at $1.84? We shot up over here to 0 to 1 on the Elliott wave to $2.46, came back down here to $2.17, and that was area 2 of the Elliott wave. Then we popped back up over here to about $3.80. We came down here to about $3.19, which is portion 4 of the Elliott wave. And then we shot all the way up over here to about $4.93. And now it seems like we're playing out the ABC. If I had known about this sucker earlier, man, I could have given you guys some alpha that it wouldn't be a bad opportunity to cultivate your crypto. If anything, selling here and then trying to catch it here at the bottom at about 359. You know what I'm saying? So that would have been the opportunity here at 490 and then selling it at 359, if anything, cats. So I hope this is helpful for you guys that are into synthetics. It does seem like a good token. I've heard a lot of people talk about it, but and people do seem bullish on it. So I'm assuming there's good alpha on it. I would need to read up on it to see what it's really about, if anything. You know what I'm saying? Then we got my homie Chaotic. BTC ETF plus BTC halving, interest rate cuts. Not too many bullish signs this year. Hey, not to mention, homie, not to mention that we got income tax return coming too. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention that we got income tax return coming soon as well. We got that sucker. And usually people end up freaking DCAing when they get their freaking check, or their income tax return check. For you cats that don't own businesses, and you end up getting a little bit of your stolen money back. You know what I'm saying? And you end up DCAing back into the market. So that'll be kind of bullish, if anything. Mind you, we also have another bullish event later on this year. What if Papi Trump gets elected again? What if freaking Daddy Trump gets elected again? What happened last time he got elected? The following day, the freaking stock market rallied. So if that's another bullish event. Now, mind you, it would not surprise me. It would not surprise me, cats, if we do have a major black swan event in 2024. And there'll be no way I'm predicting that. No way, no way. There's too many things that are going to occur this year. It is an election year, man. As of recent, I keep forgetting the name of the movie, the one Barack Obama directed. It was like kind of like a prepper movie. What was it called? I Left the World Behind, or Dave. You cats, put it in the chat. I Left the World Behind, or something like that. That was, and I think the movie at the end entailed that there was like hackers that compromised the whole U.S. system and all this other shit. And then spring of next year, we got that other movie called Civil War. Yeah, there you go. Mechanics Leave the World Behind. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, dude. Yeah, I concur, homie. I concur. You know what I'm saying? That's stupid propaganda. So it's almost as if they're trying to tell us that's what's going to end up happening, so we can blame it on somebody. You know what I mean? So another thing that you cats need to invest in is none other than, you know what I'm saying? None other than freaking rifles. Now, which rifle is this? For you cats that are really on a big time budget, you cats that are super big time budgeting, and you can't afford a good AK, you can't afford a good AR, because I would not recommend you buy a cheap AR. But I would recommend none other than the SKS, the Chinese model Norinco. Get a couple of freaking Czechoslovakian stripper clips, some 7.62x39 ammo, which is a lot cheaper than your 5.56 if you put it on bulk order at sgammo.com or on bulkammo.com. This sucker with a little bit of cardio will get the job done. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a lot of I mean, God forbid these things were to happen. God forbid something like that would occur, that there's some type of conflict within the United States, bro. That would be freaking wild. There's going to be a lot of dudes rocking Gucci gear, but they ain't got no fitness, man. So fitness is important, bro. I was talking to my homie Twinkie, and I was talking to my other homies, dude. I just got off a 48-hour fast. Why? Because I feel great when I do my fasts. So I'm kind of used to not eating, man. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention, bro, like, dude, shit hits. I mean, another thing you guys can invest in, bro, is food, water, freaking a rifle for every family member, a pistol for every family member, a little bit of ammo. You know what I'm saying? Keep yourself protected, bro. Now, mind you, this is a very, very, very reliable weapon. You ain't got the spiker bayonet on it. You know what I'm saying? They run for $500, $600, bro. You don't have to waste a lot of money. Yeah, but make sure you get them stripper clips, man. Them stripper clips really make it really easy to reload your freaking weapon, if anything. Also, get yourself a dope-ass freaking blade. This is one of my classic blades, man. One of the old school 6-hour Tantos, you know what I'm saying? So blades are always cool to get. Make sure you have a good blade. Blades are actually more effective in a scuffle than a handgun is, you know what I'm saying? And we got Jack Simple. Thoughts on the M14 versus the SKS? Well, in what aspects, Jack? Are you talking about precision? Because on precision, man, I mean, I got to give it to the M14. But, dude, those freaking 20-round box magazines, good luck paying for those, man. They're about $120 a pop, homie. Not to mention that 7.62x51 or also, I mean, 308 ammo, bro. Dude, that's going to be expensive as shit. Instead, you can end up rocking a little bit of freaking 7.62x39 ammo. Pay $500 for the rifle. Them stripper clips, some Czechoslovakian stripper clips run you for about what? $25 for maybe 50. I mean, it may be financially more feasible to rock one of these suckers, man. You know what I'm saying? And the stripper clips, you can just throw them away. Yeah, you're rocking 10 rounds, but it is what it is, man. And you ain't going to be trying to make precision shots, if anything. You know what I'm saying? There is some aftermarket accessories you can put on this bad boy, too, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to get fit, you're going to get doggy styled. I concur, man. I concur. You know what I'm saying? And then Zenith M14s roll front heavy, but that 308 is a nice round to have. I concur, man. But and I mean, both situations suck, bro. The M14 or the SKS rocking it into a building, bro, having to use that to clear rooms. Oh my gosh, bro. But I would rather have the recoil of the 7.62 by 3.9 instead of that of the 308 because follow-up shots will be a little bit faster. You know what I'm saying? And then we got Zenith. Many SKSs have seen the Dremel and duct tape treatment. Yes, I concur. Now, one of the things about this sucker, it ran like a champ when I took it to the range. But, dude, the gas piston on it, bro. Dude, the gas piston on it was stuck. Because SKSs, they were made, 1945? So they still got a lot of that freaking cosmoline in it. So that wax gets everything freaking stuck in there. You know what I'm saying? So I had to break it open, clean out the freaking cosmoline so it started running efficiently. It was just too well taken care of, better stated. You know what I'm saying? And then Mr. Twinkie says, have some disinfectant gear too. Soap, hydrogen peroxide, rubbing alcohol, meds, infections. Get people when stuff breaks down. That can become a lot more serious. Hey, man, I remember when Android 19 hit us up, bro. What did everybody do, bro? Everybody freaking rushed the grocery stores, and they pounded the shit out of that toilet paper, son. So that's not a bad bartering tool. Some TP, man. Toilet paper is freaking golden. Unless you guys want to go old school Mexican style, use some freaking corn husks. You know what I'm saying? And that does not sound like fun. That does not. Wipies, man. Baby wipies. Those are always great. We would always use those in the field in the Marine Corps. Those were always fabulous to run. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of little things like that, man. Buying a little bit of that survival food, that's not a bad deal. You know what I'm saying? So survival food is always a great investment. It lasts up to 25 years. But don't be cheap about your survival food. I remember in the Marine Corps when we were doing our field operations, man. We were humping it out there in freaking JWTC, Jungle Warfare Training Center up in Okinawa, bro. And, dude, we were humping it out, bro, from miles on in. For you cats that don't know, I think the Army calls it a road march. In the Marine Corps, we call it humping, carrying that big-ass freaking rucksack, carrying it from miles on in, man. And I remember we get back to the rear, bro, and we were so freaking tired out, man. And, dude, a good, hot, delicious meal, bro, really made you happy, bro. Little things like that, bro. When you don't have when you don't have modern conveniences, bro, the smallest things make you happy, believe it or not. A perfect example of that, look at prison inmates. Dude, they get really mad, bro, if you take away their permission to go buy commissary, to go buy some potato chips and stuff like that. Because little things like that, man, dude, make you really happy, bro. I remember in the Marine Corps, bro, I traded some of my peanut butter from some cheese bread, bro. I was so happy that day, bro. Half of the day, I was so freaking happy. And then it dawns on you like, dude, wow, I'm happy over some freaking cheese bread. So, dude, trust me, it goes a long way, man. Food goes a long way, bro, especially if it's good tasting food. So don't cheap out too much on food if you guys do buy a little bit of freaking prepper food. You know what I'm saying? All right, cats, that was a damn good conversation about freaking possibilities that could end up occurring in the United States. You know what I'm saying? We'll leave some more of that for the next stream, as I do think it's interesting. I do like watching Tim Pool. He does talk about this a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, he's got an eye for it. He does notice things, bro, because he knows his history, and that's rather important to know. You know what I'm saying? So let's hit up IMX. Let's hit up motherfreaking IMX, son. So today we are looking at IMX. Its current value is at about $1.97. Now, would now be a good time to DSA into IMX? I would say yes. Why? Because if you guys notice these green arrows, this entails 20-day cycles. So what does that tell you about this token? It tells you that it does run on 20-day cycles. So if we know on average it runs on 20-day cycles, and we push this all the way out to day 20, that would be January 24th. If we bring this sucker back here to the 14 or 13-day mark, it would be January 17th. Next area of support we do have is none other than $1.59. Do I think we can go down that low? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. I do know that we just started our new 20-day cycle. So could it come down here to about $1.74? I would say yes, it can come down here $1.74 because I got these two candles that freaking entail that. But mind you, again, being redundant, and I've said this a million times already, we are approaching that Bitcoin ETF, and that may end up making this market rally. Now, if you guys see this big ass red over gray box I have over here, that's because, oh shit, let me reset that. That entails that this is the area that we have a shitload of resistance at. Let me grab it over here, pull it a little bit more this way. We do have a shitload of resistance at, especially this top area of about $2.86. It could end up running harder, and the next area of resistance after that, I mean, we do have these areas over here at about 391 and then 430, and then the top point being about 470, give or take. Not a lot of data. I mean, there is plenty of data on this sucker, but I mean, I'm giving you the alpha on it. I mean, it could end up running right now. Would not be a bad time to DCA. Can it come down here to $1.59? Yes, I think it can. But with that Bitcoin ETF approval, if it gets approved, which does seem more than likely, we'll probably end up rallying to the upside, and it would not surprise me that we break this top here of about $2.57 and maybe even $2.85. So I think Tex-Mex, you were requesting this one, man. So that's the alpha I got on that sucker, man. I do know that IMX has some shit going on with freaking Illuvium. Let me look at the chats. I think fucking Jack Snows, Jack Simple. Hey, I was eyeing SNX at $1.50 and I didn't pull the trigger. Hey man, good eye, bro. Good eye. Somebody else had mentioned something about IMX here. No. If anybody's got alpha on IMX, I know it is dealing a lot with the Illuvium land sales. You know what I'm saying? And we got Twinkie saying here, IMX gonna ball. You know what I'm saying? So that's the data we got on that. So yeah, homie. You know what I'm saying? So that's the data I got on IMX. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. I'm gonna take a little sip of water, if you don't mind. We're then gonna hit up the boo charts. Hit up a little bit of boo, man, because I am bullish on boo. Now, one of the things that I don't like about charting boo is that a lot of people like using fucking CoinTrader Pro, bro. I hate CoinTrader Pro. It's not my favorite place to check coins, man. Dude, I hate how it freaking burns the eyes. So for you cats that are in a dark room right now, get ready to get your eyes melted off because we're going to a white ass freaking screen right now, bro. Oh yeah. I hate using this freaking data chart, man. And this is none other than Spooky Swap. Now, I am noticing this on Spooky Swap. We are following this trend line to the upside on the daily. And it does seem like we've met this area of support over here. Let me turn off the freaking volume indicator on this sucker so you guys can see a little bit better. Now, areas of support like the 200, the 100, and the 50, they're right below it, man. The closest one to it is probably the 200 moving average, and that would be at exactly $1. Its current value is at about $1.17. Next area of resistance prior to that, if we were to break to the downside, would be here at $1.07. Again, being redundant, I don't think we'll break down lower than that if we do get a Bitcoin approval for the ETF. And I think we have started a new 20-day cycle on this bad boy. So from here to day 14, that would put us around January 21st. That's when we could start possibly seeing a higher low, maybe up over here in this area. In this area over here at about $1.48. That could end up happening. Or if shit really gets freaking hot, bro, and Ethereum gas fees go up significantly, bro, you could see the sucker possibly break $1.94 as far as boo goes. I am very bullish on boo. I love the liquidity that you can use on it on Spooky Swap and other exchanges, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's information I have on boo. Next area the top area that we do need to compromise is over here at about $1.65 because that was the recent high that we had. So if I put that sucker there, that's where we would be. You know what I mean? So Yeah, man, that's what we got on Boo. I think Boo had gone to somewhere else. They didn't go off to Optimism. They went on to another exchange as well, bro. I think, or another L. I think they're operating on another L12 aside from Phantom. If you cats got that information, drop it in the chat. I don't remember which one it is. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't like Deck Screener doesn't have the data I like, man, as far as Boo goes, bro. That's why I like using freaking why I have to use freaking cointrader.pro, man. You know what I'm saying? What else do we have to cover today, man? What else do we have to cover today? Let's see. Wait a minute. I think that covers it, cats. There you go. Boo's on BitTorrent. There you go. I've got no idea what that shit is, man. But that's one of the places it's at. It is on BitTorrent. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me, cats. Bear with me. Un segundo, por favor. Let's see something. Let's see something. I want to see if I found something interesting that I wanted to show you guys. Is it here? No, not that. Bear with me, cats. Bear with me. Bear with me. If you don't mind. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and cover a little bit of, is it there? What the hell is that? Yeah, we're going to cover a little bit of Illuvium too, cats. A little bit of Illuvium. Because I know you cats are freaking bullish on that shit. I'm saying. Oh, mind you, I wanted to mention this. Again, like the video. Like the video. If you cats need a consultation, the data's down there at the bottom of the freaking screen. You can hit me up on Instagram, crypto_boogie, or on Twitter, US crypto_boogie. If you guys need a little bit of a consultation, I'll definitely hook you guys up. But let's check out Illuvium. Now, Illuvium's value is at $84.53. And I did call it. Look, man, let me freaking make this sucker as bold as I can, man. Where the frick is this shit at? Let's make it a 4x. You can see it was plain as day, man. It ended up playing out that freaking Elliott wave cycle, bro. And then it went down to an A, the way I stated it would. It went down to a B, and then it ended up hitting that C point over here on this Fibonacci retracement at about 6180, if anything. You know what I'm saying, dude? I mean, for the Fibonacci retracement, not for the value. And it does seem like we are hitting a good low right now before we start rallying to the upside, cat. So Illuvium would not be a bad buy. Which day of the cycle are we on this sucker? Let's check it out. We are currently at about day 4. So I think, especially with that Bitcoin approval, man, we could end up rallying up over here to $1.38 if we do end up pumping up. I think shit can get very, very bullish on Illuvium. I wanted to drop that alpha on you cats. For you guys that haven't bought a little bit of ILV, this is one hell of a bullish token to get. So food for thought, guys. This is something that you can definitely hit up as well. That pretty much covers it, dudes. I will possibly be back here tomorrow. I don't think Charlie and Miguel will have a moon gang tomorrow, if anything. So I'll possibly be up, cover a little bit of market data. Like the video, share the video, comment, share the video on my Twitter page, and hit me up on freaking Instagram as well. I may be doing a little bit of a review. See how I feel on this sucker, bro. A little 1 minute, 30-second review on the SKS for you cats. See if I can fit it into this bad boy. You know what I'm saying? So I will catch you cats on the flip side. You guys want to hit me up for a consultation, you know where to get a hold of me. And I will see you guys later.